Hello and welcome to Hands-On Exercise 3. In this hands-on exercise, we are going to look at the productions constraints by time slice. So, for example, if you have a solar photovoltaic panel, it can't output anything at night, but it can output something during the day. And we want to change that by time slice. What is the maximum we can output, but also what is the minimum that we can output? So the way that we will do this is first we will go to the default zip file, which we can find within the Zenodo link. So we want to download this default zip, but also we want to download the Technodata time slices CSV. The final default will actually output the very final example that we can use to run. So if we go to the default example, we will see a standard classic default example with the gas, power, preset and residential sector, and also the settings.toml and the inputs. Now, we also want to take the Technodata time slice CSV, and we can put that happily that we downloaded, we can put that into the Technodata folder, but we want to put this in the power sector because we want to limit the gas CACGT and the wind turbine. So as we can see here, we have the process name, gas CCGT and wind turbine, the region that it's in, the year that the data refers to, and the time slice, utilization factor, and minimum service factor. So this is the minimum that it can output, the technology can output. So if we go back to the hands-on exercise, we can see that we effectively need to link this new file, the Technodata time slices file, to the TOML file. So we have the Technodata time slices, but we don't refer to it in the TOML yet. So let's open this in a text editor of your choice. I'm going to use TextEdit. We go down to the power sector, where we define power. So we define the type as default, priority as 2, the Technodata file, commodities in, commodities out. But we also want to specify Technodata time slices. So we just copy and paste this underneath the commodities out, or it could be anywhere at least, as long as it's underneath this heading. We save that, close this, and then if we navigate to this folder into your terminal or command line, we can see that we have the Technodata folder, the power sector, and we have Technodata time slices referred to here. So we just want to do conda activate muse, and then python m muse settings.toml to actually run the example. And we can see that the Technodata time slice has been read by muse here. So I'll let that run, leave that to run for a little while. And we can see results starting to populate the results folder. So we can then view what happens when we've done this. And we see the MCA capacity.csv. So we can see in the first year of gas CCGT with a capacity of 1. And now the simulation has finished. So we can now right click the MCA capacity, open with an Excel, so we can start to visualize the actual results. So if we copy here, highlight the data, go to Insert, Pivot Chart, select Table or Range, you ensure that this has been selected, existing worksheet, click here, and we can now put technology in the legend, we can put capacity in the values, year in the axes, and sector to filter. We want to just look at the power sector. We can move this out of the way a little bit, click on sector, and we just want to look at the power sector, so we can uncheck these. And we can see we only have gas CCGT in the power sector. So this could be for other reasons. It could be because the cost of gas CCGT is lower than that of wind turbine, but we've been able to run the model with the time slice constraints. So we can now close this, don't save, or you can save it if you want. And we want to now go back to the power sector, turn data time slices. We can open this with Excel. And now we can change the numbers however we want. So if we want a utilization factor, we can put that from 0.5 here, 0.5 here, and that will change the utilization factor for wind turbine in the morning and in the afternoon. So we can save that, close this, and then we can run this model again. We won't show you the results of this again because they'll be quite similar because wind turbine hasn't been invested in. But effectively, you can then make your own scenarios and case studies based on changing the input data. So thank you for looking at this hands-on and this video, and we'll see you in the next video.